Welcome in video lectures series on 8051 microcontroller. In today's discussion, we are going to talk about the 8051 microcontroller assembly language directives. So, what is basically directives? Assembly language directives are instructions used to instruct the assembler. It directs the assembler program what to do during the process of assembling. The most widely or the commonly used directives in assembly language programming for 8051 microcontroller are: first, ORG, that is origin, mainly used to set the origin of program execution. A second one is DB, defined byte. Third one, EQU, that is for equate. And last one, END, which is used to end the program. So let us discuss each of this directive in detail. So the first directive is ORG. The ORG stands for originate, which is also known or used for the set the origin of program execution. So as said, the ORG directive is used to indicate the beginning of the address from where the program starts. The number that come after ORG can be either hex value or a decimal value. If the number is not followed by H, it is decimal and assembler will convert it to hex value. Let us consider the example. Here we are having the two different programs. So in this first program, move a comma hash 05h, the value 05h, that is a hex value, is copied into accumulator, and this content of accumulator, that is 05, is get copied into R0 register. Whereas in second program, the value 09h is copied into accumulator, and the content of this accumulator are then copied into R1 register. So when I am going to pay attention towards both these examples, the program we are going to start with a directive as a org 0000h. So what it indicates, it says that the program is going to start, or this assembler is going to deal with a first memory location, that is 0000h. So when I am going to deal with the compilation process, I am going to upload this program into device, or when I am going to store this code into code memory, then this code is get saved from memory location 0000h. Similarly, here when I am going to talk about this org 0239h, from 0239h memory location onwards, the code associated with this operation is get stored here. So here whatever this number defined, this number is basically an memory location address from where the program execution is going to start. Consider this use of directives. Here the first program, what we had mentioned here, org 000h, and the first instruction is move a comma hash 05h. So what will happen here? So when we are going to deal with this program, the first instruction, as we had mentioned here, the origin value as a 0000h, the first instruction it gets stored to an memory location 0000h here, right? So this is the first instruction, and again, so for here we are going to consider 1 byte is required for each of this instruction, right? So the second instruction move r0 comma a, that is get located to the next, that is to the successive memory location here, right? Suppose we are going to change the memory location address here, fine. For example, as informed or as shown in a second program. So here the org 0239h, this memory location we are utilizing. So what is happening here? So when I am going to start here with the org 0239, this 0239, this memory location is get activated, and the first instruction, that is move a comma hash 09, which is again we are going to consider as a 1 byte, is get stored to this memory location here. And the second move r1 comma a, it is get stored to a memory location 0240h here, right? So in this way, the org directive is used to set the origin of a program. Suppose I am having one memory location like C300 and we are writing something like this org C300H, and I am writing suppose move a comma 09 hash 09H. Okay, so what will happen at this memory location? The first instruction, the code associated with this or the hex value associated with the first instruction will be get executed. So in this way, we can use this org directive in order to originate or to set the origin point of our program. The org directive, no doubt, when we are dealing with an assembly language programming, everywhere we are going to use, but it is most useful when we are dealing with an interrupt service routine or we are dealing with the concept of interrupt. The next assembly language directive is a DB. The DB is known as defined byte. The DB directive is the most widely used data directive in the assembler. It is used to define the 8-bit data. When the DB is used to define data, the number can be decimal, binary, hex or in ASCII format. So let us consider this example. Here the 02 or /02D. As the D is mentioned or nothing is mentioned, in that case this specific number is considered in a decimal number format. When any number is followed with this H, either small or capital, the number is a hex number. Here 00000010B. As the B is present, the number is present into binary format, and the number which is given with double inverted comma or double quote, the number is considered into the ASCII format. So in this way, this DB directive is used to define the format for the number. For example, suppose we are writing an simple instruction, and that instruction is say move a comma hash 10 or move a comma hash 10D. So as the D is mentioned here, okay, so this 10 is considered into a decimal format. Okay, or nothing is mentioned here. We are not going to mention anything after this number, and hence by default it is treated into a decimal format. However, if I am going to write move a comma hash say 10H, what will happen? This number is now considered into hex format. So in this way, whatever this alphabet is present, this alphabet is basically used to define the format of a number. So it is actually what in decimal number system, the value 16 is get loaded into an accumulator. So in this way, this DB directive is used to define the format of a number. The next directive is a EQU, the equate, which is helpful to reduce, say, the rewriting some instructions. For example, this is used to define a constant without occupying a memory location. It associates a constant value with a data label. When the label appears in the program, its constant value will be substituted for the label. For example, here as mentioned, count space EQU 25. So what we are using, this EQU directive we are using, with the help of which the value 25 is assigned to this count label. And in my program, wherever this count label appears, the value 25 is get considered or it is get assigned to this count label, and it is accessed to this specific instruction. For example, here when I am writing move space R3 comma hash count, so what will happen? The count, no doubt it's a label, but to this label, by using this EQU directive, we are assigning a value 25, which is a decimal value. So here the R3 register is loaded with the value 25 because count is a label and the count label is assigned to a value 25. Let us see how this EQU directive is helpful in assembly language programming. So here, first what we are going to do, we are going to set an origin for the program. So org00H 000H means from this 000H onwards my program is going to say start. Okay, so now s jump to main means we are going to jump to this main label, and the main label is given to this first instruction. So in this simple program, what we are doing, we are copying a value 25h in the register R0. Okay, so it is mentioned at around 1 2 3 4 5 6 different instructions, in which the value 25 is get copied into this R0 register. So first I am there with this instruction, then I am writing some different instructions, again I am loading the value 25, again some instructions in this way. So here in my program, in 6 or by using 6 instructions, I am uploading or I am copying a value 25h into register R0, right? So after some calculations, or after some time, suppose I came to know that instead of using the value 25h, I am supposed to use the value as a 20h. Just try to get this. What we did in this program, we are using register R0, and in this register R0 we are copying a value 25h here. Okay, so at 6 different places we are copying the value 25h into R0 register. So after some time, or I say for after 2-3 execution, I came to know that instead of using the value 25h, what I have to do, I have to use the value 20h. Then what I am supposed to do, I have to make the changes into 6 different places here. So everywhere, wherever there is a 25h is mentioned, I am supposed to rewrite here as a 20h here. Means what we are doing, we are updating the 6 different instructions in our program manually with a new value. So when the length of my code is maximum, and multiple times if I am using the same instruction, this seems to be somewhat like a tedious job for me. So instead of that, if I use the EQU directive, how this flexibility is provided here, let us check out it. So what I am doing here, I am using the keyword, or not keyword, I am using a label count. So this count label I am going to equate to a value 25h here. Okay, so what will happen, wherever in my program the count label is appear, automatically the value 25h will be get copied there, and or it is considered as a 25h. Means here the count is there, means the 25h it is going to access the value 25h, again 25h, like this. So here in my program, same at 6 different places I am using this instruction, move R0 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, in this program I am dealing with say 5 different locations where I am using this simple move R0 comma hash count value, right? Again the same situation, after some time I came to know that instead of using the value 25h, I am supposed to use the 20h. So in previous program, what we did, wherever this instruction has been appeared, that is say R0, or here somewhat say R1, here again the R0 R0 R0, like this, at 6 different places we are supposed to update the 6 different instructions in this program, right? But here when I am using this EQU directive, what I am going to do, simple, instead of using the value 25 or equating count label to 25, I am going to equate this with a 20h. So what will happen, wherever the count label is appear, there automatically, instead of using or considering the value as a 20h, the compiler or the assembler is going to treat this value as a 20h. Instead of dealing with the 25h, it's going to consider the value as a 20h, and it is get automatically copied into required register. So here first in R0 I am copying 25, in R1 25, again in R0 25 25 25. The 6 different locations are, or instructions are there, right? So I am supposed to search out each and every instruction where this 25 value is copied into specified register, and there I have to do the updation. But here only at single line I am going to update only a single line. Whatever the label that assigned, that label I am going to update with this required value. So in this way the EQU directive is helpful while writing an assembly language program. Where the label here, if I am going to focus on this label, then the count label is get assigned to value 25h here. So wherever this count label appear, the value 25h is get copied into that specified register. And the last directive is simple end. The end directive is used to indicate to the assembler the end of source file, that is for the program. The end directive is the last line of an 8051 program. The code anything after end directive is ignored by the assembler. Okay, so what is happening here? So here, no doubt, by using the count label, we are uploading, or we are going to copy value 25h into this R0 register, right? So location of the instruction 1, instruction 2, 3, 4, 5. So total 5 instructions are with me, where I am going to copy a value 25h into this R0 register. So here to end the program, see, as like originate, to start the program we are using the org, and in order to end the program we are using this end directive. So at this instant, okay, the moment at which I am going to write this end instruction, my program is get ended here, right? And anything that written after this simple end directive, suppose here again I am going to write move r0 comma hash, suppose writing here as a 20h, fine. So whenever I'm going to compile this code, the code is get executed or compiled after up to this specific setup level, that is, or to this instruction, that is the end instruction, and whatever that mentioned after this end is not being considered by the assembly. Okay. So in this way, this end directive is used in assembly language program. Thank you.